Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about ditching the script. Ideally, you should be ditching the script as soon as you can. So let's say you just got a new position, or let's say you're just new to setting. You want to just absorb the script, use it as training wheels, like you would with the bike. You know, when you just start riding a bike, you got training wheels, perhaps, maybe when you were a little kid. Because if you didn't have them, then you'd be falling off regularly, right? So the training wheels are there, or when you're going bowling, you got the fences. I forgot what they're called, but you got the fences so that you can basically practice your form. You can make sure that you get some momentum going. You get used to bowling the ball or riding the bike without falling off first, without that risk. And then once you got the hang of it, you should aim to take them off as soon as possible so that you're now doing the real thing and you're getting much better. The same thing should be with sales and appointment setting. So let's start with appointment setting. A lot of scripts are doo-doo. They're really bad. The reason they're really bad is because they're not very flexible. What they want you to do, what the business owner wants you to do, is just copy paste a bunch of messages and hope and pray that you book a meeting. And even if you do book a meeting, it doesn't leave a good taste in the prospect's mouth because they can already tell that it was coming from a script. They can already tell that, okay, this person has just copy pasted some messages. I only booked in a meeting because it's the right place, right time, okay? And that's not gonna be good on the sales call. What you wanna be doing instead is you wanna make it as human and you wanna make it flow as naturally as possible. And of course, this takes practice, this takes experience. But if you want to get good at what you do, then you're going to have to go through it, right? Same thing with sales. The best salespeople are the ones who don't. So I put this on my Twitter. I just remember now. I put this on my Twitter. It was some sort of quote that I made up. It was about the best ads are the ones that don't look like ads. And that's true because if you, all the ad people will be talking about, they'd be talking about how you need to make your TikTok ads look like a normal TikTok or a Facebook ad look like a normal Facebook ad, right? So the best ads don't look like ads. The best appointment setters don't feel like appointment setters. And the best salespeople do not feel like salespeople, right? Lesson in there is it just feels like another person. Like they're trying to genuinely help you. It just feels very natural, it just flows, you know? So same thing goes with sales. If you're gonna sell someone, maybe if you're new, first couple of weeks, then get used to using a script. But after that, once you got the hang of it, you got some muscle memory going, that's when you want to ditch it as soon as possible, right? Don't be afraid to innovate. Don't be afraid to try out new things, as long as it's within a controlled manner. So what that means is, okay, let's say you take 5 calls, you try this structure, okay? And then you try another 5 calls, you try another structure. And then now you have 5 here, 5 there. You can A/B test it, you can see which one has performed better. That's what I mean by controlled. So going back to the point of doing things without a script, because here's the thing, right? If you're gonna talk to, you're talking to people at the end of the day. Now, the other person, there's a person on the other side of that phone call. There's a person on the other side of that DM, right? So you just want to treat it as such. You just want to treat it as you're talking to another person. Try and ditch the script as soon as possible. Maybe take elements of the script if you're not completely comfortable, but for the most part, you just want to be talking to them like another friend. You just want to be talking to them like another human being. So not always asking questions all the time, that's a big one. Not always asking questions all the time, not always drilling them with questions. You know, adding your own input here and there, adding some humor here and there. You know, things to make the convo flow, go back and forth. And before you know it, they've trusted you enough, they built so much rapport that it's an easy close or it's an easy booked call, okay? So even if you're new, I want you to get in the habit of trying to not use the script. Instead, what you want to be doing is whatever you're going to say, base it off of what they last said. So what that means is, let's say, so this is what most people do, right? Let's say you're appointment setting and then someone says, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm good. I'm from New York. What most people would do is to look at the script. What do I say next? What do I say next? And then they'll just say some random copy paste BS that just doesn't make sense, right? Instead of what you want to be doing, okay, cool, New York, that's awesome. I've been there a couple of times. I've got family there. Awesome. So what are you doing for work there? You know, it just flows from one topic smoothly to another. You go from, they're from New York. Oh, okay, what do you do there? How long have you been doing it for? How are you liking it so far? Do you liking it? Not so much, stuff like that. Oh yeah, such and such. Yeah, it could be better. Oh, okay, what do you mean by that? Like, what else? What other avenues were you looking at? Oh, I was looking at appointment setting in sales just because like I want to increase my income. Boom. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to natural, human, flowing conversations. Okay, not this copy-based off a Google Doc BS, right? So, and it's gonna come with reps and volume. Okay, it's gonna come with practice. As you take more conversations, as you take more calls, it's gonna be like muscle memory. You're gonna know exactly what they're gonna say next. To the point, it's like a sixth sense. Okay, but you can't get there if you don't do the volume. You can't get there if your offer's crap. You can't get there if you're not talking to enough people per day. So make sure those foundations are in place first, and then you can go ahead and develop the sixth sense. Okay. This is what's going to separate you from the average closers or the average setters. This is what separates the world-class people, the ones who make the most commissions, the ones who enjoy their gig the most, the ones who make the most progress. This is what's going to separate them, and this is what separates them from the thousands and millions of others who are stuck. Maybe they aren't happy with the commission they make. Maybe they aren't happy with the position that they're in. Maybe they're being outperformed by the rest of their team. They're ranking 5th. Everyone else, how do they get into the top 3 of the team every single month? Okay, so consider that, think about that, and implement it. Be human, don't be a robot, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hope this helps. Send this to a friend who needs it, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.